Hey, legends in the making! You're tuned to WWE Uncovered, bringing WWE to your screen daily. Hit that bell and let's start. Last night's WWE SmackDown backstage was charged with tension and anticipation, setting the stage for what could be one of the most intense rivalries in recent memory. Jon Moxley sent shockwaves through the locker room with a message that was far from empty bravado. Directed at the Vision, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed, his words carried a weight that made everyone take notice. This was more than a warning. It was a declaration that when Moxley's path crosses theirs, chaos and unpredictability would follow. The atmosphere was electric, and the storylines unfolding promise high stakes and raw intensity. Backstage chaos unfolds. The energy backstage was palpable, as news of Moxley's warning spread like wildfire. Crew members, fellow wrestlers, and staff were seen whispering in clusters, trying to process the boldness of his message. Unlike scripted promos or pre-planned angles, this interaction felt organic, with genuine emotion and tension. Bron Breakker's visible frustration and Bronson Reed's silent, brooding demeanor suggested that the warning was being taken very seriously. The room was a mix of shock, curiosity, and apprehension, and everyone could sense that the dynamics in the locker room had shifted. Moxley's presence alone commands attention, but the intensity of his words made it clear that this was more than a casual challenge. It was a statement of intent. Jon Moxley's warning. Moxley didn't mince words. He made it clear that size, power, or reputation won't intimidate him. Every word of his warning was deliberate, painting the Vision, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed as a ticking time bomb, while positioning himself as the unstoppable force ready to confront it. This wasn't trash talk meant to hype a storyline. It was framed as a real warning that consequences would follow. The choice of language suggested a no-holds-barred approach, emphasizing that once conflicts ignite, there would be no rules or mercy. Moxley's tone and delivery reinforced his reputation as someone unpredictable and dangerous, capable of creating chaos whenever he enters the ring. His message left no room for misinterpretation. A collision is inevitable. The Vision under threat. The Vision, a dominant presence in SmackDown, suddenly finds itself facing a new level of danger. Moxley's warning didn't just acknowledge them. It positioned them as primary targets. The implication was clear. Their dominance and strategy could be challenged by someone who refuses to play by conventional rules. This tension introduces new narrative possibilities, giving fans reason to speculate about alliances, matchups, and potential conflicts. The Vision's reaction backstage wasn't captured directly, but the intensity of the moment suggested that they understood the gravity of the situation. Moxley's message transforms their existing storyline into a high-stakes battlefield, where survival and strategy will be tested in ways that extend beyond traditional wrestling rivalries. Bron Breakker's reaction. Bron Breakker's response to Moxley's message was immediate and telling. Furious, he expressed frustration through body language, gestures, and whispered conversations with colleagues. Breakker's reaction reflected not only anger, but also a deep awareness of the potential challenges Moxley brings. Unlike typical wrestling confrontations, where threats can feel performative, Breakker's intensity suggested that he recognized Moxley's seriousness and the unpredictability he introduces. This anger sets the stage for dramatic interactions, both backstage and in-ring, fueling a storyline that is grounded in genuine tension. Breakker's response is likely to influence his behavior in upcoming matches, creating unpredictable outcomes and high emotional stakes for the audience. Bronson Reed's silent contemplation. While Bron Breakker reacted with visible fury, Bronson Reed remained quiet, observing the situation with calculated focus. Silence can be as powerful as anger, and Reed's brooding demeanor suggested a careful evaluation of the threat Moxley posed. This understated response adds depth to the storyline, showing that different personalities process challenges in distinct ways. Reed's restraint indicates that he is considering his next move carefully, likely preparing strategies to counter Moxley's unpredictable style. His silent contemplation also heightens the suspense, creating anticipation for fans who are eager to see how a methodical, powerful competitor will respond when provoked by someone as volatile as Moxley. The locker room impact. Moxley's warning had effects that extended beyond the immediate targets. Other wrestlers and staff in the locker room could feel the shift in energy. Conversations paused, eyes followed interactions closely, and a sense of unpredictability hung in the air. Moxley's reputation as a fighter who thrives in chaos elevated the tension. Anyone crossing paths with him now has to consider not just the physical risk, but also the mental and strategic challenge he brings. The ripple effect of his warning ensures that storylines in SmackDown will carry an added layer of suspense, with wrestlers preparing for encounters that could escalate into full-blown confrontations at any moment. A declaration of war. Moxley's words were more than a warning. They were a declaration of war. By framing his message as a no-rules, no-mercy confrontation, he escalated the stakes for the individuals he targeted. This declaration transforms routine backstage interactions into high-stakes drama and sets the tone for future in-ring battles. Fans can expect intense physicality, psychological mind games, and dynamic match storytelling as a result. Moxley's approach embodies the essence of unpredictable wrestling, where narrative tension blends seamlessly with athletic performance. By drawing a line in the sand, he makes the competition personal, creating anticipation that will carry through multiple episodes and events. Setting up future conflicts. The warning sets the stage for a series of future conflicts in SmackDown. Each target now has a defined challenge: confront Moxley or risk escalating tension further. This setup allows writers to craft complex storylines that mix backstage drama, personal rivalry, and in-ring performance. Fans can speculate about alliances, betrayals, and strategies, adding layers to the unfolding narrative. The unpredictability of Moxley ensures that every encounter carries weight, keeping audiences engaged and invested. By initiating tension backstage, SmackDown adds realism and intensity, making the eventual in-ring confrontations more meaningful and suspenseful. The role of power and dominance. Moxley's warning emphasized that physical dominance is not enough to intimidate him. This theme challenges conventional wrestling hierarchies, where size and strength often define the top competitors. By directly calling out Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and The Vision, Moxley asserts that power alone cannot dictate outcomes. Resilience, unpredictability, and strategic aggression are equally important. This narrative adds depth to character development, highlighting the psychological dimension of wrestling. It reminds fans that success in the ring requires more than brute force. It requires mental toughness, adaptability, and the courage to confront threats head-on, no matter their size or reputation. Building anticipation for SmackDown. The chaos backstage and Moxley's bold declaration naturally build anticipation for upcoming SmackDown episodes. Fans are left questioning how The Vision, Breakker, and Reed will respond, and what strategies they will employ to counter someone as volatile as Moxley. This anticipation keeps viewers engaged, creating a compelling reason to tune in regularly. Storylines that begin with backstage tension often pay off in the ring with explosive matches, ensuring that both the drama and the physical spectacle remain intertwined. By introducing uncertainty and risk, SmackDown strengthens its narrative depth and maintains excitement for audiences invested in both the characters and the outcomes of future confrontations. Strategic storytelling in WWE. Moxley's warning demonstrates how WWE uses backstage storytelling to complement in-ring action. This approach adds realism and emotional stakes, making every subsequent match more than just athletic competition. By blending personal conflict, strategic threats, and character psychology, WWE ensures that audiences experience layered narratives. Fans witness not only the physical prowess of the wrestlers, but also the mental and emotional battles that underpin each confrontation. Moxley's method of raising tension backstage illustrates how careful storytelling can heighten anticipation, provide context for matches, and create lasting impact for the personalities involved, giving depth to SmackDown beyond scripted moves. The human element of conflict. The reactions of Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and others showcase the human element behind wrestling personas. Anger, contemplation, frustration, and anticipation reflect real human responses to confrontation. These reactions make storylines relatable and authentic, reminding fans that wrestlers experience tension and pressure beyond choreographed moves. Moxley's direct, fearless communication amplifies this authenticity, showing that conflict in wrestling is not just performative. It resonates emotionally with both performers and audience. By highlighting these natural human responses, WWE creates a narrative that blends athleticism with emotion, making every warning, threat, and confrontation meaningful and compelling.